You're tuned to Vibes FM. I am Sarah C. And today's special guests are Mellow Mood, Jacopo and Lorenzo Garcia. They're from Italy. They've just released their sixth studio album, Mañana, and they've kindly made time to come and talk to us about it. Gentlemen, welcome to Vibes FM.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
We've started with I Chant because that was my introduction to this album, and it actually came via the Emeterians. So I'm delighted to meet you, and I'm dying to know how you did this collaboration with the Emeterians.
Well, it was kind of natural thing. Like we know each other. It's not that we knew each other before. Like we got to know better, of course, like on a personal level after. I mean, during this collaboration, but usually we used to meet at festivals and like at Rotterdam on each summer because they are from Spain, from Madrid, or other. We met them also somewhere else, I remember, but we never connected. So I remember it was a night I was playing my guitar in my house, and I came up with this chorus of I Chant, and I don't know, like I just thought, like the minute after I thought I have to send this like a vocal at least to Emeterians, because this would be great to have a song with to have this song with them. So I remember I said, I don't know how I got number from one of them, but I had it, and I sent him the audio, and like really 10 minutes later he said we're gonna do it, and they did it. So it was very easy.
That's brilliant because they do the most amazing harmonies.
Yeah, they're the best at that.
And it's amazing how music sort of interweaves all of us, if you will, because I know you start your album with the Dub Jabless. And I love it. Kudos to whoever wrote the press release because it says it sets the sonic intention for the album. And I wonder if you could describe a bit of what that intention was for this album.
Yeah. You know, I think let me think of a way to put it. I think the reason why we said that on the press kit, it's because I do believe Dub Jabless really represent the type of sound that we were looking for. You know what I'm saying? And it was not the first rhythm that we worked on for this album, but it definitely was the one that started, because before actually getting to starting to work on the album as a collection of songs, we released a song with Kabaka Pyramid, which is included in the album, but it was just released before. And then I think we also started, by the time we were working on that song, Mr. Global, I think we also were working on another tune that's in the album, which is called In My Town. But then we just, I don't know, there was nothing was going on for quite some time. And then I would say that Dub Jabless was the rhythm that then, kind of, we started with that one, and the rest just followed naturally, organically. But I really love that tune. It's my favorite instrumental from the album, and it sounds, I think, even on the live set, it sounds very solid. It's a very strong instrumental. People really feel it. And that is exactly what we wanted. We wanted to have pieces of reggae music that sound undeniable. Am I making sense?
Completely making sense. And it's almost as if, when you go to see a live show and the band comes out first, that's the rock solid foundation they would put down before the singer makes their entrance. And I felt that was the album equivalent almost.
Yeah. And when you go to a reggae show, to a reggae festival, for example, or a reggae night, independently of who's performing, if you have like a headliner, that as soon as that one drop hits, it, you feel it. That's what we wanted to recreate, that thing when you go like, oh yeah, this is reggae. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, completely.
And I believe that song has it.
100%. And I wanted to also ask you, and it's sort of along the same lines. And again, amazing that you're Italian. Thank you for speaking to me in English. Thank you
Oh,
for
no problem.
providing all your materials in English. And thank you for having it written so beautifully. I've got another great one. Sound architect and dub master, Paolo Baldini. I'd love to hear a little bit more about that, because I understand he's your manager, and your dub architect, as well as your dub master.
Yeah, well, Paul is not our manager; he's our producer, and he's our producer since the first album. So this is the sixth one. We basically all 99% of Mellow Mood songs. No, I would say 100% of Mellow Mood songs. We recorded them with Paolo since 2000. We first started to work together in 2007, I think, 2006, something like that, because the first album took 3 years to be released and recorded and everything. And he's a dub architect or dub master, because sound architect, sorry, or dub master, because he's really like he's dub master. He's into dub music, and he's a genius with his mixing board and all his effects and everything. And he also has a solo project which is called Paolo Baldini Dub Files, where he really is able to display all his skills on his desk, and yeah. So basically that's it.
And again, music interweaves and links us all. I'm actually working on another project with a New Zealand band called LAB, and he's done their dubs as well. So his reach is truly global.
Yeah. Oh, Paolo is big. Even, at the beginning we were like more, how can I say, like more of one entity. But right now, since few years, Paolo really is I would say solo project. We we collaborate like in each and every piece of work we do, but his solo work is going great, and he's recognized globally as one of the best at that. So it's really good.
Yeah, and I think it's a bit of a thing that he does these dubbing videos, and it was
Yeah.
interesting too that right back to sort of, I guess, the beginning of his dub files thing, where he went to Papine in Kingston. You guys were actually involved in that.
We are the ones who actually thought about it. The idea was our idea, but yeah, we've been there with Paul, because we went to Jamaica, just me, my brother, and Forlock, who you can see, is another Italian singer you can see in the documentary. And then when we came back, we said, Paolo, you have this, you're a producer, you're the best guy, at least in Europe, to put hands and fingers on mixing boards. So we just go there. We brought actually like a big trolley with all the equipment from Italy, and we did it like rough style, but it was so good because it was real. And yeah, we are together in this project, which is called the Paolo Baldini Dub Files at Kingston 6, Papine, Jamaica, and that was a huge and great work, in my opinion.
It was absolutely wonderful. And for anybody that hasn't seen it, please go to YouTube and just search for that. Papine, very well represented. It was absolutely beautiful. And did you also just mention a documentary?
Sorry, again?
Did you mention a documentary?
This was
this documentary.
Yeah. This was we call it documentary because it's not just you have parts where there are Paolo playing dubbing and this live acts with artists from Jamaica, but also we made interviews and stuff like that. So that's why we call it so.
Brilliant. And you also recorded with Million Styles, Paris Rock. And is it as much a thing in Italy about not wanting to be in the city? Because there very much seems to be a worldwide feeling of people wanting to get out of cities now.
That's difficult to say. We don't live in big cities, so but even the small town we live in kind of feels too metropolitan sometimes. I guess we are used to, we were born and raised in a very small village. I think that's the type of environment and that we like. Um, I would say that Million Styles felt the way we felt because we really connected through that song. And I believe it is possible, especially in the last couple of years, where I believe things in the cities, like just daily life in the big cities is becoming harder, I would say. So I know that a lot of people feel that way. Um, when I wrote that song, I definitely felt the way about Paris because I was staying in Paris back then, But yeah, I believe some people, yes, some people are moving, and I know it for a fact because I recently moved. Well, I'm making that move. I'm on still in the process, but moved to a very very tiny village on the mountains, and I see that even young people, they like to just at least to go there, to chill. It's nice, it's fresh. You don't have many people. I believe a lot of people will move out of the cities because it's gonna be, you're not gonna have a choice basically. But I don't know, because you see in Italy we have so many nice villages right now. I am at our grandparents' village, and this place, you should see this place. This place is so beautiful. It's in the middle of the hills in central Italy, but and it's tiny and beautiful. You have all the houses in the center. They have that sand color. They all look the same. It's just a beauty. It matches perfectly with the sky and just the green of nature. But then there's nobody and there is nothing. There's nothing going on here. So it would be amazing, if we had some people, some youths from the city moving out here and then just make it lively. I think that's especially for countries like Italy, because in France, I think they do it way better, but in Italy, you know,
But of course, all the studios, I guess, are in town.
come again?
All the studios, I'm imagining, are in town.
Well, not the one where we go to actually, because the Paolo studio is actually in a super small village in the backyards of nowhere. So no, not in our case. But I would say that, for example, you have a lot of music studios in Milan, but to us, we look at Milan as, it's a market. You go there to sell your product. You don't necessarily have to go there to make your product.
No, that makes perfect sense. That makes perfect
Mhm.
sense. Now, we've spoken about dub and we've spoken about reggae, but you're also equally at home with dancehall, as evidenced by your track with Konshens, My Bed.
Look, so I think if you listen to our previous albums, apart from the one that's called Large, well, even Large has a different episode, like a maybe an Afrobeat type of song, but we at least every album has at least one dancehall tune. We do like it, we do love it. I gotta say, I think our public don't necessarily connect very much to those songs. I think they prefer when we do something else, something more conscious, which I respect and I absolutely like. But we do love dancehall music as well. And we had this song, the beat just came up very naturally. It was written on a guitar, but then with Paulo we developed the beat. It just came up very naturally and organically. And then thanks to our label, American label, Ineffable Records, they made the link. They said, we got Konshens. Let's try to make. They heard the song and I said, well, this one would fit Konshens, and we said, yeah, definitely. And they made it happen. And I think it's still a nice song, and it also fits pretty well in our live set right now.
That's right. And you mentioned that your American label is Ineffable because you also have your own label, don't you?
Yeah, we have it's called La Tempesta Dub, and we have it with Paolo Baldini. It's our own.
Okay. It's your own. Okay. And the last thing I wanted to say, because we've done roots now and dub and dancehall, was that you actually recorded for the first time with a choir on the track Promise.
Yeah, that was nice. That was something that I wanted to do since long time, but I didn't have a song for that. That is actually thanks to our guitarist. The guy used to live in London, so he has a lot of links with people, musicians in London, singers and vocalists, and these guys are 4 guys who actually they sing in gospel choirs in church and stuff like that. So it was a very interesting experience, and I think the result is very it's very nice. Sounds good.
It's powerful. Now we've just finished the festival season. So what plans do you have for the winter?
We just announced yesterday, I think, we have a Italian club tour next month. So like it's gonna take like 2 weeks. I think it's like from second half of October. We're gonna be in Italy touring clubs, and let's see what's going on, because it's long time that we don't have a club season. So club tour, so we will see what's going on. We don't know what to expect. I hope I would say that the summer tour was very good. It was clear that people needed to go out and attend shows and everything. We will see for the club tour what's going on, and then we're planning some shows in Europe, but that's for next spring or little bit before, like between February and March. And then we're planning hopefully to go to Latin America and the US end of April and beginning of May, if everything goes well. We are working on that.
That's right, because I was going to say, I know obviously you've done all of the massive festivals in Europe, and you've also toured in America as well. And any plans at all to come to the UK?
No, actually, yeah, I think maybe Lorenzo can confirm, but I remember we had to come to London, I think, but it was a festival that was cancelled. So now I think we will be back to London, I think in spring. I should check the calendar. I don't remember now, but we will be in London.
Wonderful. You will make sure that.
No, sorry. I just wanted to say, I don't know if it's confirmed yet, but it will be confirmed. So yeah.
Wonderful. Please make sure that we know as soon as that happens, so that we can let everybody else know. That would be wonderful. Thank you so much for making the time to talk to us. We really appreciate it. Before I let you go, do you have a message for the Vibes FM fans? Of
course. Thank you for listening to us, and please go listen, stream our new album called Mañana, because it's a beautiful one. And I hope to see you guys. We hope to see you guys in London or UK very soon. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you. Mellow Mood's brand new album, Mañana, is out now.